And looking at growth in China, the economy there meeting the government target for last year. Strong exports a big factor for expansion last year, but sustaining that figure might be difficult. CNA's Tan Sihui with this report.
China's trade surged last year, hitting a record $1.2 trillion surplus, as exporters found new markets amid renewed trade tensions with the US, a key contributor to China's 5% GDP growth in 2025.
面对外部环境急剧变化，国内困难挑战增多的复杂严峻形势，我国实施更加积极有为的宏观政策。 不仅有效化解外部环境变化的不利影响，更在风浪中稳住了发展的底盘，巩固了发展的根基。
But analysts say this export-led growth may be hard to sustain. Fourth quarter GDP growth slowed to 4.5% compared to a year ago, down from 4.8% in the previous quarter. Authorities have sought to make domestic consumption a new growth driver. But despite subsidies and incentives, retail sales growth fell to 3.7% last year, down from 4% in 2024. In December, the figure came in at 0.9% on year, the weakest pace since late 2022.
今年呢，将深入实施提振消费专项行动，制定实施城乡居民 征收计划。2026年，以旧换新政策继续实施，并且在不断的优化。
But efforts to boost consumption may also be complicated, as China's population shrank for the fourth straight year, down 3.39 million to 1.405 billion people.
Policymakers exploring ways to, as they say, to sustainably increasing household incomes, encouraging them to spend, and that will be sort of supported by a wide range of measures. For example, social security reforms, and the fiscal transfers, and the probably more equal provision of public services.
But still, there are bright spots in artificial intelligence and technology investment, with economists forecasting 4.6% growth next year.
So we're still assuming a relatively strong export sector, and the investment slowly, gradually recovering. Retail sales, reasonable growth. So I think it also depends on the government's growth target for 2026. For example, if they still set the growth target at 5%, then it will probably imply a more aggressive stimulus than we are expecting now.
That outlook also dependent on what happens with China's trade truce with the US, set to run until year end. The property sector also continues to weigh on the economy. Fixed asset investment fell 3.8% last year, the first annual decline since 1989. With the 2025 report card now in, all eyes are next on any policy measures that may be announced. China is also set to unveil details of its new 5-year plan that sets out development goals from this year to 2030. This will be put up for approval when the legislature convenes at the annual 2 sessions held in March. Tan Sihui, CNA, Beijing.